I decided not to write down what I thought because I figured it would sound too robotic, and I just wanted to say things naturally and hopefully it can be as cohesive as possible. And maybe there's not too many slip ups. Anyway, hey, I'm Aroma, and I have some thoughts about the Tekken 8 closed network test. Now, I'm gonna actually try my best to talk about my general thoughts about the game and what I think of it in its current state, and uh, hopefully I won't complain too much because I have seen a lot of people complaining about stuff that will be changed or stuff that probably will be changed much later. And just because they haven't said it won't change doesn't mean it'll stay that way forever. Like the heat system. Heat system's pretty. It's different. It's very different. And but I I actually enjoyed what I got out of it. I don't really know what to do in terms of optimizing combos with it, but what I've done is I've just did a combo, uh, get a tornado, and then do a heat burst or something like that. Because you can't use a move that's like a heat engager and it goes into heat. I think I'm starting off way too early, but I guess we can start off with the heat system. Well, in general, the well, but yeah, the I originally went into it thinking, oh, the heat system is going to be really confusing. I I don't really get it. I think everyone's going to turn into a rushdown character, and I'm both right and wrong about that. I don't think everyone's turning into a rushdown character. Now that I've actually played it, you can still develop your own playstyle with the heat system. It's not just completely one note, and the heat gauge doesn't really last as long as you think it is. You think it's going to last like the entire round. It can last an entire round, um, if you aren't really utilizing it. If you aren't using moves that burn the meter, it, it can last a bit long, but it does drain gradually. Even if you don't use it, it's not like it just it does a it does pause if you're attacking and you have it up, but it's not too terrible. It's I would honestly say it's kind of a welcome change. I don't think it's that bad of a I don't think it's that bad of a change. Now, it's not gonna be the thing that kills Tekken later. I don't think if they even like think about making Tekken 9 or whatever, I'll probably be 50 by then. Who knows? I don't think the heat system will come back, but we don't know. I mean, they removed rage drives, and that was a brand new thing for Tekken 7. So were rage arts. They decided to keep rage arts, and rage drives got basically morphed and completely redone, and that's what the heat system is today. The heat system is basically easy plus frames at any given time, or you can use it during a combo, just like rage drives. Most race drives, if not all of them, they were all +5, but we're not gonna get into the frames and all that. We don't know the frames for this game. And some people do, and that's all right. Uh, if you play Tekken 7, a lot of the knowledge will carry over, and you know what? That's fine with me. The two characters I played were Jun and Leroy, and June was brand new to me. Well, she feels very new to me, even though I did play her for the little time I did play Tag 2. Uh I did play Tag 2. Not I couldn't play it that much because it was a very different time for me and I was in the middle I ended up moving uh, to my own apartment and I I had no PS3. I had it for PS3, and the PS3 is my brother's, so I couldn't take that with me because it wasn't mine. So I had no access to Tag 3, Tag 2. I had no access to it. So for about a couple of years, or maybe even longer than that, I had no way to play Tekken. Only way I could even watch it was like through Evo or like other tournaments. I wasn't even like aware of like the game competitively until Tekken 7 started to pick up more traction. And here's where we are today with another Tekken. And it's very different. And I like it. You can still you can still play the game. You can still play Tekken how it is or how it was, or you can play it how what I like to call it Harada's vision. You can play it according to Harada's vision. Mash like fuck. You can do that. You can get away with a lot of stuff at the moment you can, but obviously you're not gonna get any frame data until the full game is out. You're not gonna get any confirmed frame data until the full game is out. So it'll be a minute. So mash if you want to. If you know what you're doing with your character, uh, if you know what you're doing with your character from Tekken 7, and I think I'm repeating this point, but yeah, I think, pretty sure I did say it earlier. A lot of what you're doing from 7 does carry over. The major thing that probably won't carry over, depending on your character, unless you're playing like King, maybe, or Nina, or like Akasia. Uh, their your combos more than likely will not transfer over. If you're playing June from tag 2 to 8, you no, it's not happening at all. She feels so, in my opinion, she feels completely different. She is not the same. But I like how she plays in this. And there unless you like played her religiously, you'll probably have some difficulty getting used to all the new stuff that she has. But my voice cracked. I'm a growing person. Anyway, it's fine. The game in its current state is a little silly. Like a lot of goofy shit going on. Like I'll try not to complain too much, but yeah, a lot of there's a lot of goofy stuff, a lot of goofy plus frames, a lot of stuff that looks ridiculous and has like really dumb pushback. Just stuff that looks looks kind of ridiculous, and it seems like you can't do something about it. You still can. You just have to figure it out depending on the character you're using. Like for example, I had a really bad time fighting King. Any King, I would struggle in Tekken 8. I and it felt really terrible because I don't think I had that big of a problem fighting him in Tekken 7. But in Tekken 8, he's kind of a monster. He can be kind of a monster if you let him get away with what he wants to do. Um, I eventually figured out that a lot of the stuff he's kind of committed to, and you can just counter hit the shit out of him. Now he'll still hit you though. If the king player knows what they're doing, he can still hit you. Uh, it's but yeah, like I said, it's a learning process. It's basically day one all over again, and I don't mind that. I don't mind that with the new Tekken game. I I was kind of afraid that it would just be an extension of Tekken 7, and legacy skill will transfer over no matter what. That's just what Tekken is. If you know the game, you know the game. But yeah, it's different enough to actually call it new. It's not the same game. It's not. It doesn't inherently feel like Tekken 7. Movement. I guess I can talk about movement now. But yeah, movement is similar. Movement is very similar to Tekken 7, but it does feel better. And I can say that even though I was on an Xbox pad for like 3 days, and I don't play this game on Xbox. I mean, I do, but I don't anymore. There's there were times where I was really bored. I have Tekken 7 on all platforms, and I was like, I'll play it on Xbox. It's not that great of a time. And that's a whole subject entirely. Never really bothered to talk about the Xbox version of Tekken 7. Uh, to keep a long story short, it's not playable. Like it's probably the worst version to play if you're playing Tekken 7 on series. So that's another video for another time. But yeah, what else I can talk about? I can talk about um I can still talk about the current state of the game. Like graphics wise, it looks fantastic. Even on a console, it looks really nice. Obviously it'll look even better on PC. I didn't play it on PC. Um, I have got to see a little bit of it with someone playing it on ultra settings, and it does look really nice. But if you have a PS5 or a Series X or S, you you're not Shadow Luck. The game still looks really good. It's not like Tekken 7 on PS4 and then jumping from that to PC because there is a really big it really is a big like graphic change. Like it really is a I don't know, it's weird. It's like Tekken 7 on PS4 runs natively at like medium settings, and then on PC you can just run it maxed out because it has such low specs at the time. Well, it had moderately high specs when it came out, but it's been like 5 or 6 years. It's been 6 years since that's happened, and times have changed. So Tekken 7 is considered kind of low spec now. Weird to think about that. At least for me, it's weird. But Tekken 8 is up there. You're If you're playing this on PC, you are going to have to upgrade your computer. If you got your basically if you got your PC for Tekken 7 and that's the only game you play on your PC, because there are people that do that. There are people that have bought a laptop or even got a desktop, and the only thing they play or stream is Tekken 7. Upgrade your computer. You're going to have to. I don't know how you're gonna do it. Just you're gonna have to do it. It is not nearly the same requirements at all, and that's a good thing. It just shows how how demanding this game is going to be, and we only got a little bit of it. Only a little bit of it. I feel like I could go on for an hour. It's for an hour. It's already been like 13 minutes. I don't know if I'm actually going to edit this apart from like just cleaning up my audio, but you you're getting what you're getting. Anyway, uh I think well as I'm okay, things that I did like about more things I did like about Tekken 8. There's a tutorial. You probably saw at the beginning of the video, assuming I did not cut it out, that there is a tutorial. It's a basic tutorial. It's very bare bones, and it can be changed. It doesn't explore anything like breaking throws. It doesn't go through any defensive options, but it gets you in there. It gets your foot in the door. It gets you the actually no, I lied. It does teach you blocking. It does teach you blocking and blocking highs, mid, and low. But it doesn't do the thing that other tutorials do that I have seen, where it tries to mix you up. and you gotta know which one's a low and which one's a high or a mid. Like which like it doesn't teach you that, but it's very basic. It is there, and I can appreciate that. I think it's better than Tattoo. Well, okay, that's kind of a stretch. Tattoo's tutorial was actually pretty good. It was really good actually. It Tattoo's tutorial actually taught you punishment, and that is something that 8 can also do when they actually expand on the tutorial. It's it's not bad. It's a start. It's a start. It's not horrible. Any tutorial for any fighting game is welcome because I don't want to fucking teach people, and I can, but I don't want to. Especially for an old ass series like this. Like at this point, it's like if you don't know, then you're shit out of luck. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. There's plenty of people in the Tekken community that can teach you anything about Tekken. Anything. Even the even like some niche stuff like wall jumping. Like it I learned about wall jumps from Ayers when he was making Tekken 7 content when the game first came out. Like it was cool. Cool to learn about stuff like that. Cuz like I didn't know even though I played the game for I played the games forever, but never knew the actual command. Always did it on accident. So yeah, you know, for anything that this game won't teach you, you can always count on people in the community to teach you anything that you don't know. That's how it always has been, and it'll continue to be like that. But I feel like a basic tutorial is a really good start for Tekken 8 because this game is, it's new to even legacy players. So, you know, anything helps. The tutorial also teaches you the heat system. It it teaches you like basics about the heat system. Talks about going into it with heat burst and heat engager, and teaches you about heat dash and teaches you about rage arts. It like just basic offensive stuff. Well, just most of the offensive stuff and like just basics about blocking, which is anything like that is way better than what we got for Tekken 7. Tekken 7 story teaches you sort of it, but it only shows you what button to press when something happens. That's it. It doesn't really teach you anything. It just shows you what buttons to push. But yeah, Tekken tutorial is way better than that. It's a real tutorial. It and it can be even better. It's not bad. It can be even better. And it will be even better because this game is still considered in an early state and it's not even considered like 100%. It's not even considered like anywhere close to being done. We don't even and from what I assume, we only have like half the roster, half the base roster. We don't know what we're getting. We don't know. But yeah. I will also like to talk about the matchmaking in the closed network test. Now, when games are going, like it's good. When you actually connect with someone, it's good. Matches load really fast. I haven't really played well, if you're on a hard drive or on a mechanical hard drive on PC, it will affect loading times heavily. It will affect load times heavily. So you have to play it on like an SSD or an M.2. Preferably maybe an M.2 if you can get one. If not, SSD will probably be just fine. That's probably what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it on an SSD when I get the game for PC. But anyway, matches. Most of my matches were really smooth. The only time when it wasn't really smooth was when I was playing against someone who was on Wi-Fi, and I always talk shit about Wi-Fi players all the time, but I kind of, it, I treated it like a real network test. I wanted to see how how the game messes up online. I wanted to see, I wanted to fight people in different regions. I wanted to fight, people who far basically far away. I wanted to play people who were on different platforms. See how it would affect the game. And for the most part, if you're wired, it does not matter what platform. If you're on PC and you can run a game very well, it does not matter. It works. It works fine. Wi-Fi at any point, playing someone on Wi-Fi, it's either you barely notice it, there's a slight delay, or it's unplayable. And there were a bunch of matches where I played somebody who's on Wi-Fi and it just stuttered like all the time. And hate to say it, for some of those matches, I just closed the game. Like I didn't bother playing through it. There's a couple I did play through. I didn't bother. But yeah, I just I just closed the game, reopened it, and I'm playing on Series S, so the game starts up really fast. It's like I never left. It's like I never left. But overall, my experience on the network test was pretty smooth. When it I think the only problem was searching for an opponent. I don't know, it was weird. I think it was like the first night we were we, we weren't getting many matches. Someone suggested to change the criteria to like plus or minus two only, and that didn't change. That didn't change anything. It's like the matchmaking gave up. It's like it gave up. But after that first day, it was fine, and then the game went under maintenance, and I was pretty upset about that. it was it was alright, but um, no, yeah, that was still day one, I think, and then like the actual second day, I the actual second day I got both June and Leroy the Warrior with no problem. I didn't really have much difficulty apart from trying to remember that I am playing Tekken 8, not Tekken 7. So there are a lot of times where I would do one of Leroy's combos off of Orbital or his down forward 2 1+2, and I would try to go for a screw, and that don't work. That don't work at all. But combos are easy in in Tekken 7. I mean, they are easy in Tekken 7. Combos are pretty easy in general in Tekken. I always say it's not doing the combo, it's getting to the combo. I always say getting to the combo is harder than actually doing the combo. I also say execution is a fucking meme because like you just practice it, you get better at it, you'll be fine. But what you can't really can't really practice for. I mean, you can, but it's never 100%. It'll never be perfect. You have to compensate for so many variables in Tekken, and that's what makes it a bit more difficult compared to other fighting games. You have to accommodate for like where you are on the stage, where you're at the wall, the side of the wall, what your opponent is doing, what move are they doing? Are they whiffing? Are they in front of you? Are they mashing out a plus frame? Are they like what are they gonna do? Like shit like that. But a lot of those can transfer over to most fighting games. It's just for some reason to me it feels a little bit different in Tekken. It's not exactly the same. But I mean, as long as you know what you're doing, you'll be fine. And if you know how to fish out counter hits, it shouldn't be that easy. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard. Whoops. But yeah, overall, it was It was a very fun time. I enjoyed Tekken 8. I I was very skeptical when I first saw the heat system being explained to us. I, but then again, that was like after like 20 hours of streaming the Tekken World Tour Finals. I'm glad they finally let more people get to play it. I'm really happy that it's not just limited to play tests in Asia and some American events, like very few American events. I'm glad they're actually letting us get to play it in such an early state because this game will not fully be out for maybe a year or even longer, maybe 2 years. I'm hoping for a year. I would not mind if the game came out like a year later because anything can happen in that development time. They can go hard or something can go wrong and it can be delayed. Anything can happen with shit like this. But I think I got most of what I wanted to say. Uh, I'm not going to talk about what character was annoying. I'm not going to talk about like all this game. I'm not going to talk about the balancing of the game because who cares? I'm like it doesn't matter what I say about the balance of the game at the moment. I think I already did say it. I think I just mostly said it was silly. It's very silly, but it's not final. It'll change. It can change even a little bit, or it can change drastically. Even in any fighting game, such a small change can change an entire character like instantly. It can change an entire character drastically. And yeah, like it doesn't matter what I say about balancing at the moment. I played the game, I had fun. There was stuff I got hit by, there was stuff that I hit my opponent with, and you know what? That's it. Like the online as it is fine. It can be better. It can also be worse, but it can be better. It's actually on its way to be something great. I would say if you have not played the closed network test, which you probably haven't because uh any NA player didn't really get a code. They had to buy a code. If your only available platform was PC, I'm sorry. You are not playing. You are not playing this. They were selling codes for like $85. Or it's like 60 to $80. It was bad. It was really bad. Bandai Namco needs to do better on that. Like codes got scalped really hard, and it was kind of embarrassing. I felt bad buying a code myself, but I had to do it. I went broke. I went broke for y'all. I went broke for you guys just to get some content, and you know what? It was worth it. It's very much worth it, and would not would not. I don't regret it. I don't regret it. So yeah, that's I think that's pretty much it. I don't think I'm gonna say anything else. Otherwise, I'll go on another tangent for like 20 minutes. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna edit this, but this is going on in like 30 minutes. I didn't think I could talk that much about Taken 8, but I did. I don't know if this is even remotely coherent, and I don't know if anyone can even understand what I'm saying. But if you even made it even close to this far, uh, thanks for watching or thanks for listening to me. And I'll see y'all in another video or on a stream live every day except Wednesday and Sunday on Twitch. Sometimes I'll be on YouTube. Uh, I'm still working on that, but for the most part, I am on Twitch playing whatever. I'm not playing Tekken 7 at the moment because you know I'm still having withdrawal from not being able to play Tekken 8, and I'm pretty sad. So I want to talk about it. I want to talk about Tekken 8 because it was a good time. It made me happy to play it. I had fun. I had a whole lot of fun. Anyway, I'm done. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all soon. I'm gonna stay focused, just like them niggas still thinking about Lotus. You don't even know us. See, people got nothing to show us. They gon' get mad when I blow up. He's still 2K getting toe up. He presses, so I gotta get the foe up.